again. We're going to talk about how to cool off your greenhouse if you have no way to cool it. They'll get to 140 degrees during the day, and that just won't work. So we're going to do the evaporative cooler, the wet wall here, how to make this, how to completely construct it. All right, we're going to start on the air conditioning finally. It's way too hot to not have some kind of air conditioning in greenhouses. Without it, what temperature did you guys have without it? Was it 140 degrees? 140 degrees, so absolutely need it. We already put the 30% shake cloth on, drops it already, great amount. So now we're going to put in the swamp cooler, evaporative cooler, there's all kinds of names for it. We've got a window here. We've got 5 pads, 1 foot apiece on those. We've got 3/4 inch PVC pipe, 1 inch apart, 7 64th inch holes. We're going to be using a 360 gallon per hour water pump. We're use a minimum of a 10 gallon tub. This is, I believe, 15 gallons. We're going to be using a float valve so we don't have to keep filling this with water. And all the fittings here, 3/4 inch elbows, cap, adapter. The adapter will be going on the end of a 3/4 inch pipe to 3/4 inch tubing that goes to the water pump. This is going to be the drain. There's a bulkhead fitting on here. We'll drill the bulkhead fitting. This will go into the container. So we'll put it all together, and as we go we'll explain some more, but that's all you need. Starting on the air conditioning. First we get 4-inch vinyl gutter. We cut them to size of our opening in the back. We'll show you that in a sec. Caps go on the bottom one. This is for the top, and we're going to cut the sides, and then we're going to put the whole thing together, and we'll show you that in a minute. So for the side pieces, we need to cut an angle, maybe about 45 degrees to cut these off. That way it lays inside of the channels a lot easier. And when we put them up, you'll see what we mean. So the first one we put down is the caps. Have the caps on the end. We'll seal this as well, even though they have a rubber seal on these. I like to seal them twice to make sure they don't leak. We're going to be drilling a hole for the bulkhead fitting right here for the drain. So right here. This is a 1.5 inch hole saw. It's a 1 inch bulkhead fitting. Clean off the edges. 1 inch bulkhead fitting. Rubber washer on the inside. Go through. Tighten it up. Good and hand tight. Not any more than that, or you'll spread out that washer and it'll leak. You want to over tighten. Now we're going to go ahead and seal around it anyway, just to be on the safe side so we have no leaks. Is my belly showing? Okay.
Suck it in.
Wait. Okay, I can't talk like this. Another piece goes on top. We'll put a couple of screws in the top of that. And then these pieces, like we said before, we cut them at angles. So they will fit inside of these. See, they'll slide in like this. And then we'll put 2 screws in on inside. Then we'll have our frame done, and then we'll be putting in the cooler pads. Okay. Next, we will do some of the plumbing Hey, wait, this is my Beto test. We're gonna Beto O'Rourke test here. If I only had something to stand on, it would be awesome. And then water's gonna flow down here and blow through the greenhouse and cool it all off. So there we have it. We're gonna do the plumbing next, as well as put in one of the pads so we can hold this up here while we're working on it. We'll be drilling a hole here with PVC to come through. You don't have a block, get one.
Okay, we're going to put one of the pads in first, and that'll hold the PVC pipe so we can work on it a lot easier.
So all the holes in this PVC have to come straight down. So this elbow is exactly 90 degrees from these holes.
And we use just a good PVC glue on all of our connections. Keeps everything tight, watertight. It's the way it ought to be.
Okay, so now we have the PVC with the holes. End cap. Don't forget the end cap. Water goes shooting out. You don't want that. Elbow, 90 degrees. Elbow, 90 degrees down. You put another piece of PVC here with the adapter for the hose to the pump. This is the adapter we're using. Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay, we decided to go ahead and do the screen right now. Usually do the whole inside, but the bugs were kind of bugging us, so kind of a little out of order, but you got to do this anyway. So put up the screen, get it centered, get your staple gun, staple the corners. It's a lot easier having one other person hold it, but you can do it yourself. Anyway, about finished here. Then trim off the excess, and that screen, by the way, comes in 36-inch widths, is why we have our hole cut less than 36 inches. No piecing together.
You should be able to see how much. Okay, the 1x4s or 1x whatever we're using on here, put them inside of this. That way the board that was cut out of here can be used in the winter to close this back side off. After the plumbing's in and across, we're going to put the rest of the pads in. Place them in the bottom first. Pull out the top, slide them in. And for the last piece you put in, the centerpiece, we want to cut out a little notch right here for the drain. It just helps it. It's not necessary, but it helps. And you don't have to cut all the way through, just cut halfway. You pull that out. And that's it. Okay, next we're going to prepare the water tank for the air conditioning. Drill a hole about halfway in whatever bucket size you're using. 10-gallon minimum, up to 15, 20 gallons. This one is 18, I believe. Very inexpensive. Anyway, drill your hole. Do it in the short side because we're going to set it here and then have the water come in on the side. We have that. Float valve. Okay, so the float valve goes in here, washer inside again. Tighten it down. The reason that we do it halfway down in these, the water level will be here, the pump will be in the water. At night when this turns off, the water will all drain out, so it'll fill back up to about here. That way we won't have any overflows. I'm going to wrap a little silicone tape around this for the adapter to make sure there's no leaks. That's good. This is a 1/2 inch hose. There. And that's what we'll use for the fill line. We're going to be using a 370 gallon per hour pump for the air conditioning, and just use the 3/4 inch adapter on it. It goes to this 3/4 inch hose, which goes to the 3/4 inch adapter on the PVC, which goes to the elbow, to the wrist, and the fingers. Anyway, everything has its place. Okay, I've got a 1 inch hose going into the 1 inch bulkhead for the drain, and we'll just cut a piece. Little elephant trunk. Ow! Okay, anyway, it goes right here. Ooh, look, it's drinking. And that's our drain. Next, we will do 3/4 inch from the pump. It goes onto the pump. 3/4 inch comes out, and we will put it to fit right here. This cuts with a scissors, but this one's just much more fun. And we're ready to rock and roll. Just plug this in with wet hands, wet feet. It's live. Okay, not memorized.
Okay, so we plug in the pump. The water goes through the pads, wetting the pads. The exhaust fans on the other end of the building will pull the air through, cooling the air. And I'll usually put this on a timer to be on when the sun is up.
Depending on the size of your greenhouse is the size of your vent fans, your exhaust fans. In here we've got two. This is a 36 foot long. The cubic feet in here, it's necessary for that. In a 24 foot, we only have one of these. If you have a smaller one, you can get away with a smaller than a 24 inch exhaust fan. Another way to cool things off, and it's also good just for air, moisture in here, are these oscillating fans. One in each corner works really well. If you need more, you can't have too much air. Okay, on the outside, it's really important to have some shade cloth. 30% is really good for the flowering plants. If you're just doing lettuces and things like that, you can get away with 50%. This will decrease the temperature inside 10, 15 degrees.
Okay, outside when we checked this one, it was 92 degrees. We'll go inside and buy the pads. It's 72 degrees. And then on the inside, by the plants, it was 78. It will get up to 90, 95, and that'll still be fine. So, at Greenhouse Solutions and Growing Systems, it's where we keep it simple, keep it sustainable, keep it affordable, and most of all, keep it real.